Hey everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. So what I'm seeing be connected with the energy right now is that it looks like there's a big focus on can be like mental health, spiritual, energetic stuff that's going on. So it can be like mental, emotional, spiritual stuff. It even seems like there's a process of shedding of attempting to maintain balance and taking a grounded approach to things as well. The first card that we're starting off with is King of Swords. And I'm seeing Death. There can be a discussion about a seasonal shift that you're going through right now. I do get the sense of this putting a big focus on things going on within your mind. And this can be reforming the way that you communicate. It can be transforming the way that you think about things and understand. It can be connected with the relationship between yourself and your thoughts as well. That can be something that's going through a shift. Whatever it is, it feels like when you come out on the other side of this, you can feel like you have more control over your mind. And this can be something that it's been kind of a difficult situation that you've been moving through, but it's been giving you this like gaining of control over the inner landscape. And so even though these types of seasonal shifts, they're not easy, you can feel like you're really developing through it and that you're figuring out what to do. And this can mean that you're not shying away from deeper, darker, more taboo things as well. With the Death card there can be more so like, or just like difficult conversations. You can be just putting it out there. You can be doing it from a place of surrender to knowing that you don't need to walk on eggshells. And that can also be something that's changing too. Like maybe you're becoming a bit more bold. Like maybe you're more willing to investigate the truth kind of regardless of what comes from it, because you know that it's only going to be in your highest alignment if truth is the imperative for you. So rather than avoiding it and being like, well, if I bring that up, then what if this happens and what if that happens? And it feels like these are the types of things that can keep us from evolving within our journey and evolving within our path. So you can be at a point now where you're like, I don't want to turn away from those things. So you can really be embracing your evolving within this lifetime. And I get something again about not shying away from difficult topics, which can be lighting the way for really where you want to be and what feels important for you to be working on right now. I see something very involved that you are getting involved with. And this can be something that you see as being really progressive. But you can still be in the process of making up your mind about this. The number 6 is coming through strongly. Yeah, there's something here about figuring out where you want to be. And there can be, okay, so the way that I'm seeing it right now, and this can change as we move through the energy, so I just want to put that out there. I'm not saying anything that's set in stone. I'm seeing two things going on that seem like they are, the energy is not concentrated enough. So I think there's going to be more to it. It's not even I think. I know that there's going to be more to it. So let's say that you're midway through a process right now. At the midway point, you are looking at two different options. One of the options you can be looking at and saying, I think that this might be where I want to be. Then there's another part of you that's thinking about where it is that you are going to connect with what you want. But if you have both of these things going on simultaneously, like, I wonder if there's something that you're interested in, but at the same time, I wonder if it's something that you look at and feel you can look at something and you can feel intrigued by it, you can feel interested, but then there can be something else going on where you don't know if you're going to be satisfied with it. As I said before, I think that you're in the middle of figuring this out, so I don't think that this is the conclusion where you're like, I'm just stuck in this in between. I think that you just haven't worked it out enough to see that there is one clear way to move, because it always... If you're going through something and you feel any sort of conflict or on the fence, it's just because we have not clarified the energies enough. We have not gotten down to the pure essence of what they are. Because at the end of the day, there will always only be one right way to move. And when we take all of the resistance out of it, that becomes apparent and that becomes clear. So even though I'm seeing something go on here, which can feel like you're not sure what to do, like, do I do this? Do I walk away from it? What do I want to do here? I think that the more you move through this, the more this is actually going to become clear to you that there is just one right move for you to be making. But there's a process that's happening that I don't think is finished happening yet. And because of that, and this feels like there's a process going on an internal level for you, which is then going to reflect onto the situations that you have going on, because what you're going through internally is going to mirror things that are happening externally. They're connected with one another. Because you are not all the way through a refining process that you're moving through, kind of like you're in a bit of an in-between. That means also too that there is a situation going on where you can feel like you're in a bit of an in-between as well. Where you can feel like, from an emotional standpoint, this is how I feel, and then that's kind of crossing from more of a mental or intellectual or rational standpoint, and they're not totally agreeing with one another right now. And it's about, I don't know, like, which of these processes are going to be fully surrendered to, but I think rather than leaving things in a place where you feel polarized, this is more so about integration that has not happened yet. In a way, I kind of get the feeling with King of Cups and Death, I feel like you've actually, something has happened within you, like something has changed within you, but and that can be internal, but the external moves haven't been made, meaning like within your energetic field, something has shifted, but you may not have made moves in 3D yet that are reflective of this, but you have something coming up saying, like, if you want to be aligned, you're going to have to address this. Because something is different now for you. And that means that what was good with you before, or what you were even like content with, or maybe just getting by doing before, that has changed because you've gone deeper within the energy now. So now something that's more surface level for you is potentially going to be, it feels like it's been exposed now at this point. Is it going to be disposed of? Interesting. The light went off. It was like 9:40 when I looked up. That hasn't happened in a minute. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing be happening within the energy. As far as as far as what's going on, I get you definitely be in this process of integration that's taking place right now. And part of this is actually about you in the way that you are deliberately involved within your life and taking responsibility for your life and the cycles that you're in. So this isn't, and maybe this was happening before. Maybe the way that you were doing life before was kind of just like, almost felt happenstance with certain things that you were involved within, and you were kind of like, life is just pushing me in this direction, or this person or that person, so this is what I'm doing. Now it feels like a more deliberate stance that you're taking when it comes to the things that you're signing on for. And that means too that if there's anything that doesn't feel intentional, you can be looking at and saying, like, if I were to choose this today, like, I actually don't think that I would choose this, so why am I going to maintain that? And this can be something big that's coming up. And I think that a big part of this is actually the way that you use your voice as it is reflective of how you genuinely feel. And until you went through this process, there could have been a mismatch within the energy that is now coming to be integrated. So there's something here about what it is that you are communicating in some very transformative experience that's going on, that's connected with how you feel and the words that you speak. And as it relates to the cycles that you get involved with, and where you actually want to be versus where you don't want to be any longer, and needing to make choices that honor how you genuinely feel. And when you really connect with yourself and how it is that you feel, you can be looking at something and recognizing maybe what you want to do. Because it feels actually like this chapter that you're stepping into is about not settling anymore. And even though settling can feel comfortable at times because we don't have to face the unknown, you can feel like it's just not enough anymore. And you don't want to live your life like that. And I think that you've been going through something really deep that's maybe been showing this to you, like you don't want to live your life in a superficial way anymore. And so even though I think not all of the choices have been made that mirror that yet, that's what's in the process of going on right now. But there can be a part of you that's still struggling a bit to surrender. You can be like, well, I am going through changes internally, but you can feel like you're still struggling to maybe have your choices in 3D be reflective of that. Meaning it feels like you're holding the truth within you now, like you've connected with that part of yourself where there can be things that you have realized. At the same time, you can know that you're going to have to confront certain things in 3D, and that can be something that you're still in the process of doing. As I said before, I'm seeing you be in the middle of a process. You're not at the end yet. So you just haven't gotten to certain points within the process yet, but this is where things are going. This is the trajectory. And this feels almost like something that you can't really stop anymore. Like you wanted to evolve, and so it's been happening, which means that it's gonna have to, your external stuff is gonna have to start mirroring that, and you're just getting to that point now. Some of you, big time, this has to do with your relationships. Because there is a desire for things to be deeply meaningful, and for you to be able to experience the ideals that you want to experience, but it does mean big changes within your dynamics. And I think the lesson of not settling, really, but there is definitely something that you're gonna have to speak up it feels like there's some stuff that you're going to have to address, some stuff that you're going to have to call out, and you know that there are things that are going to have to be confronted now. And I think there's a part of you that wouldn't have maybe addressed these things in the past, not because you didn't want to, but maybe because you didn't want to deal with the confrontation before. Of maybe what it would mean to prioritize your own wants and feelings and fulfillment. But you can also feel too, like, as I said before, you can be like, I can't live my life in a superficial way anymore. I don't want to. It's not enough. It's not enough for me anymore. I wonder too if there's something here about the way that you connect and approach your commitments is changing too. Because I think before we're really connected with our deeper truth and our discernment, we can commit to something and stay committed to it for the sake of commitment, versus making sure that you're using your discernment with the things that you're committed to, and knowing that the commitment is going to lose meaning if it is not intentional any longer. Or if we are committed from a place of fear or obligation versus free will and actually wanting to do that and feeling attracted to being connected with something. Because commitment is just commitment. It's just neutral. But we add the meaning that is connected with it. So this can be you addressing ways that you have committed to things for reasons other than that actually being compatible with you. So this will mean that there's a transformation that the things that you're committed to are going to be going through, where you can be shifting to make sure that your commitments are ones that feel like they are nurturing you within your life, and that you feel connected and joyful and satisfied with them and happy with them genuinely. So it's not just a like, I'm doing this because I feel like I have to or I'm supposed to. This is more so like, I wholeheartedly want to be here doing this. And it is a joy that I'm committed to these things. And that gives you a sense of purpose. Like, you're actually building something meaningful then when you have those sorts of commitments. But what that means is that you have to exterminate the commitments that are not aligned with this new paradigm for you. And that is something that's moving through. And I think, again, for many of you, this is going to come down to your relationships and the choices that you're making. And that it's not too late for you to be doing this within your life. So that's what we are seeing within the energy. And this feels like it allows you to then make moves that feel so very genuine. And you know they come from your soul. And that's what's guiding you through. I'm looking at Scorpio and Gemini, and we also have Saturn here. Keep in mind, we do have all of these placements within our charts. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.